Welcome to Tiger Tracks, your home for the best of LSU athletics. And now, your hosts, Jordy Hultberg and Bill Frankes.
Hello, Tiger fans everywhere. Welcome to this week's edition of Tiger Tracks. He is Bill. I am Jordy. Great to be with you. And away we go. Boy, I'll tell you what, a pivotal baseball series awaits as the number 2 ranked Vanderbilt Commodores, with a plethora of professional prospects on their club, comes to town for what should be a vibrant Alex Box Stadium starting Thursday.
Absolutely. You know, Jordy, Vanderbilt has been in the College World Series Championship Series the past 2 seasons. They won it over Virginia in 2014, and they lost to Virginia last season. They've got another outstanding club, as you said, a team loaded with draft prospects. LSU, however, it seems to be improving. Got a big series win last week at Auburn. So this series may go a long way in defining where the remainder of the year goes. It should be a lot of fun starting Thursday night at 6 o'clock at Alex Box Stadium.
Coming up on the show today, LSU football had their coaches clinic with some very established speakers. Marcus Spears led things off. Brett Favre finished things off. We'll have a special on that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing that. Also, we have a couple of features involving our softball team and our men's tennis team. Of course, softball also got a huge series victory last weekend. They went out to Georgia, won 2 out of 3. Big weekend series at Tiger Park against Kentucky this weekend. We'll take an inside look at the Tigers star shortstop Bianca Bell. And men's tennis is wrapping up the regular season in their brand new facility. Looking forward to the postseason. We'll take a look at them as well.
Shout out to gymnastics. They're in the Super 6. Way to go. Back with a big show after this on CST. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks. Bill Frankes, I'm Jordy Hultberg. An annual right during spring football practice for LSU as they get all the high school coaches from around the state and around the area to convene for their annual coaches clinic. It's a great relationship-based situation and always some good speakers.
Absolutely, and this year, certainly a blockbuster event. Marcus Spears, the former LSU All-American, now with the SEC Network, spoke to the group, and Brett Favre, the Hall of Fame quarterback. Of course, he played at Southern Miss, went on to an unbelievable career with the Green Bay Packers. He was there as well. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the LSU Football Coaches Clinic.
It seems like every time I talk to, whether it be high school or college kids like that, I tend to say the same thing, which is true, to enjoy the moment. Because as a 46-year-old now, 20 years in the National Football League, obviously 4 years in college, it goes by fast. And the older you get, the faster it goes. And I know all the adults who hear me say that go, yeah, it does. And so it's hard to enjoy the moment. You tend to think, what's ahead of you? You know, what can I look forward to? And then when you get to a point where you don't necessarily want to go quick forward, it's too late. So you got to enjoy the moment. So I always try to stress that as much as possible.
We're going to talk about a new defensive coordinator, Dave Aranda, coming from Wisconsin. How do you think that he will fit in with this SEC caliber defense?
Well, his scheme is different. LSU has been a 4-3 defense. That's 4 D linemen and then 3 linebackers lining up on the second level. Now the 3-4 is a different scheme, and its techniques are different. Verbiage, terminology, all of those things are different. So for him to be able to get in early and give his scheme to the players and have them just understand what their responsibility is was huge. But he was a hot hire because he's a really good defensive coordinator. He was at Wisconsin, had a tremendous amount of success. Defenses finished in the top 10 in the country for 3 years in a row. And he played in the Big Ten, which is another physical conference. So he understood what the SEC landscape was about. And the one thing that proved it to me is that when I talked to Les Miles 2 weeks ago, and as soon as I said his name, he said he's the one that should have been here. And not discrediting Kevin Steele. Everybody know what Coach Chavis Chief did while he was here, the success that he had. But I think Aranda has a different type of flavor. Not a really in-your-face type guy, kind of like, look, let's go get it done. The expectation to be good is already there, and I think that's what they needed defensively.
I told them the truth, and that is there's no reason why this football team can't win the SEC championship and move on for a national title. There's a lot of competition in the SEC. but well-coached team with tremendous players. Now, I'm sure other teams could say the same thing, but basically what I told them is the person in the mirror is what's stopping you. And it's true. I mean, there's no reason why LSU can't and won't compete for the title. And I also said I look forward to the game against Wisconsin in Lambeau Field. Man, what a way to kick off the season. What a great place to play, period, or witness a game. And being the first to ever play, other than the Packers in Lambeau, is quite an honor.
This is a tough conference to play in. I call it the NFL Developmental League. It's teams across this conference, not the country, across this conference that nobody else in the country wants to play against, week in and week out. And the gauntlet that these guys face when they get into SEC play is like no other. Everybody comes in the league, play 15-2, 16-1. You get the league play and you lose a triple header, and now it's like we aren't who we thought we were. So we'll find out about LSU when they start running the SEC West game.
I've always liked LSU. I was a huge Tommy Hodson fan growing up, and I thought he was an awesome quarterback. But that team in general, man, they were really good. And they, not a whole lot different today, but they put out some serious players in the National Football League. And just, I always thought, man, it'd be awesome to be able to play with LSU. Well, that's not the case, but I'm honored to be here and be able to speak to the team.
Boy, what a great crowd. The old long-standing joke. Thanks a lot, Brett Favre, says LSU fans, for bringing us Curly Hallman. That's a long-standing joke. Just kidding about that one, but little tings from the old Southern Miss boy.
Exactly. It was good. Of course, he's from Kiln, Mississippi, not too far from Baton Rouge, so I know he enjoyed the atmosphere and enjoyed being on the LSU campus. And, of course, Marcus Spears, Baton Rouge guy.
Thanks, Brett.
Exactly. We're looking forward to having Marcus back on LSU's campus many times throughout his career.
Thanks a lot, Brett. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Softball next on Tiger Tracks.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
We shift gears now and our focus to LSU softball. A big series coming up this weekend. It's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday for Beth Arenas Club. Boy, they bounced back after some tough losses, winning some critical games against Georgia.
Well, they really did. They went to Georgia after having been swept by Florida at home. In game one, they were down 4-1 in the top of the seventh inning, had a 4-run rally, got a 5-4 victory in game one. Went ahead and won game two and dropped game three. But to get 2 out of 3 at Georgia was a huge boost to Beth Arenas Club. And, of course, one of their leaders is shortstop Bianca Bell. She's had an amazing career thus far. Garrett Wahlberg takes a look at the LSU softball shortstop.
In 20 seasons of LSU softball, no slugger has hit more homers or driven in more runs than Bianca Bell. The senior from Tampa, Florida has not only rewritten the record books, she's elevated the Tigers' play, driving LSU to the College World Series in Oklahoma City last year. With another series win in the Southeastern Conference behind her, Bell likes the makeup of her team.
We had a really good weekend. We found out what type of softball team that we can be, coming back from a 4-1 deficit and winning the game in the seventh inning. We have a lot of talented people on our team and very good pitching staff, very good offense, and our defense is getting there.
There is little question that Bell is the strongest softball player in the Southeastern Conference, a benefit from a lifetime of training with her father. Bianca's power is most evident at the plate, where her violent swing has produced record-breaking results. The 5'5" senior not only hits for power, she hits for average as well. Bell is currently third all-time at LSU with a .371 batting average and is poised to finish with the most walks, total bases, and runs scored in Tiger history.
I think Coach Dobson and Coach Lindsey have just, since my freshman year on, have widened my stance, trying to get me to not be so, tense at the plate, and, it just really changes me as a hitter. I don't think that if I was the same hitter I was my freshman year, I probably wouldn't have had that much success last year or even my sophomore year. And I think that this year I'm more balanced. I pick better pitches. I'm not swinging at everything that's thrown at me, and I've just grown a lot since then.
In 2013, Bell won SEC Freshman of the Year and nailed down the starting shortstop position, which she held through her junior season. As a senior, Coach Torina moved Bell to third base, creating a partnership on the left side of the infield with freshman Amber Surrett. The move to get Surrett in the field has worked well for Bianca.
Pretty good is an understatement. She's done just exactly what we all thought she could do. She has unbelievable range, a very strong arm. She's very, very good hands. She's just a student of the game. She works really hard. You can see it in practice. She comes before and after. I've had the pleasure of being at shortstop with her from the beginning of the season and just being next to her at third base. And she's going to be an incredible player for this team.
The heart of LSU's batting order could be the most powerful and most veteran in the nation. Bianca Bell, Savannah Jaquish, and Kelsey Kloss have all combined to hit over 130 homers and drive in an eye-popping 500 RBIs in their careers. Their presence in the Tiger lineup makes LSU tough to beat.
Having that much depth in the lineup is pretty cool because they have to pitch to one of us. So you can walk me, walk Savannah, you got to pitch to Kelsey Kloss. You can pitch to me, still got to pitch to Savannah, still got to pitch to Kelsey. So it's a lose-lose for them no matter what, and that's the good thing about it. And Coach Torina did a great job recruiting all of us and getting us to where we need to be. And we've been doing great things for this program. And I'm sure she's gotten people coming to replace me and Kelsey next year to do the same things. And even the girls that are in our lineup now are going to do the same thing.
In the 2015 playoffs, with the season on the line, Bell hit a walk-off RBI single to defeat Arizona State and propel LSU into the Super Regional. She was overcome with emotion after smashing the game-winning hit.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for myself and for my teammates and just for our team and Coach Beth in general. I've never felt that much love. And just having my team back me like that was probably the most humbling experience I've ever had. And I know that through anything, they're going to be there for me. And just great to have, especially a senior class that believes in me since we grew up together from freshman year to now. And I really want to thank Sandra Simmons and Kelsey Kloss for being there for me when it mattered the most.
In her very first College World Series at-bat, Bell blasted a home run over the left field wall, announcing LSU's presence in Oklahoma City. Now in her final season, Bianca's desire is to not only return to the World Series, but to win it all.
Definitely want to be a national champion. I mean, I guess that's everybody's main goal for our team. And just little goals, small goals is winning the SEC, the whole SEC and SEC tournament and stuff like that. So I've just tweaked them a little bit, and we're slowly approaching those goals.
Reporting for Tiger Tracks, I'm Garrett Wolverd.
Thank you very much, Garrett. Again, Kentucky, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They're a very good club. The SEC in softball is ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's like baseball. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you look at who LSU's played thus far. They opened with Alabama, who just won the national championship a couple of years ago. Went to Texas A&M, who's a top 10 team. Florida's a two-time defending national champion. Last week, go to Georgia. This week, another ranked team in Kentucky. Every week,
go get them.
It's a challenge, but Beth Torina's club, very talented, and we look forward to the rest of the season.
Men's tennis coming up next on Tiger Tracks. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks. LSU men's tennis is where we focus our attention now. Indoor season's done, and the outdoor season 2 weeks away from the SEC Outdoor Championships in South Carolina. I thought everything was in Athens, Georgia. They finally changed it.
It was for a while. Yeah, tennis is expanding now, including at LSU. Good. Of course, LSU just completed its first regular season in the new tennis facility right across the street from Alec Box Stadium. Men's tennis has played very well this year. They have a few regular season matches left on the road. Postseason's coming up. Let's take a look as Garrett Wolverd talks to Coach Jeff Brown and the LSU Tiger tennis players.
With the postseason looming for the men's tennis program, let's look back at another successful campaign for Coach Jeff Brown and the Tigers. LSU has posted a 10-4 record at their new tennis facility, sweeping 6 opponents in 2016. At the home opener against the Drake Bulldogs, the Tigers prevailed 4-0 and started a 5-game winning streak headed into SEC play.
A lot of matches went into a third set, and I think on most courts we won the first, and I think we just need to focus on carrying over the momentum, keeping it going a bit more, but overall it was a good effort from everybody. I think we all kind of happens when we're winning on most matches that you maybe get a bit comfortable and rely a bit too much on your teammates and stuff like that, but it was a good way though that we pulled through, and I think we can just build on this match and get better from this.
Well, I mean, I think this is a huge match since Drake just beat number 23 Minnesota. So we were looking forward for this match, and we actually had a huge win 4-0. So in doubles, we really had a good match with Andrew KORINEK. We won 6-0. It was a very strong start. In singles, I had a really slow start. I just tried to stay in game so the other guys can finish off the game.
The LSU Tennis Complex opened SEC play against two quality opponents in Florida and Auburn. The Tigers split the weekend series, beating Auburn 5-2 for their first Southeastern Conference victory of the year.
We knew it was a good team. We played them last year, so we knew they were pretty good. And me and Jordan we knew we had to be focused all the time, and I think that helped us a lot. We played pretty good and gave us the doubles point that we've been winning a lot, so that was really nice for us.
Really tough match from the start. Both of us, I know he hasn't been playing his best, and neither have I. A lot of the courts were pretty close, so for him to get that first set, it was really important that I stayed in it for not only myself but the team. So coming through at the end is great. He beat me last year pretty easily, so it gives me a lot of confidence moving forward, and it was good for me and it was good for the team.
This win is going to help us a lot in our confidence for the next matches, and now that we're going on the road to play against Ole Miss and Arkansas, it's going to be tough, but I know we can beat them, so we're going to have to practice good and then be focused.
With three seniors leading the charge, LSU readied for their final home matchups against South Carolina and top 10 Georgia. The Tigers and Gamecocks were knotted up at 3 wins apiece, with Justin Butch fighting valiantly on court 2. The junior from Miami clinched the match, and his teammates rushed the court to celebrate on senior weekend. The Tigers would face number 7 Georgia 2 days later, and again played their best tennis of the year, but fell 1 win shy of victory 4-3.
We've been kind of like working on getting the pieces together all season, and we're just kind of focusing on bringing a lot of energy and fight, and that match really kind of it came through and showed. We were down kind of 3-1 and down in matches, and guys just kept coming back and ended up pulling through, so it was definitely a really great memory and great win. Today we came up a little bit short, but I felt like everyone fought really hard, and that's a tough team, so it was kind of a good day to end it on. It's bittersweet. I think that we've gone through a lot of stuff. I've gone through a number of surgeries in my time here, but I think that we'll all be a little bit sad to leave it behind, but it'll always be times when we won't ever forget in our lives.
We've got a few matches that are big, Tennessee and Kentucky on the road, and we still have Texas A&M, but the SEC tournament allows us a couple more opportunities, to get some ranked wins and hopefully put ourselves in position to get in the NCAA tournament, which is for this team would be huge, just because I think they can do some things that once they just get in.
LSU now prepares for their final matches on the road in SEC play and the league championships at South Carolina. For more information on LSU tennis, log on to lsusports.net. Reporting for Tiger Tracks, I'm Garrett Wolverd.
Always great to see when 3 seniors can end their home match with wins, and that's exactly what happened. 44th ranked team in the country. We wish them all the luck in the SEC championships coming up.
Absolutely. They'll be at the SEC tournament in a couple of weeks at South Carolina. LSU, with that number 44 ranking, very much in the conversation to secure an NCAA tournament bid. So best of luck to Coach Brown and his team.
Bill's favorite segment coming up. We take you off the courts, off the field, into the classrooms, and into the studies at LSU. It's all coming your way next here on Tiger Tracks.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks. Now we take you off the field and behind the scenes with all the things going on LSU. They have a project called LSU Discover Scholar. Tell me about it.
Well, we have some unbelievable undergraduate students, as you know, at LSU studying in every imaginable field on the LSU campus. This week, we focus upon a young lady who is a French scholar.
Okay.
And she also teaches at Baton Rouge Magnet High School.
Really?
So she's doing a magnificent job. Let's take a look at Erin Fell, an LSU Discover Scholar.
I had like 12 little kids in homemade berets sitting around this giant table eating cheese. It was just adorable. That's one of my favorite memories of all time, with all my little French babies in Café Degas. Bonjour, my name is Erin Fell. I'm a senior in Humanities and Social Sciences at Louisiana State University. I'm a student teacher here at Baton Rouge Magnet High School. I teach French 1 and French 2. I'm an LSU Discover Scholar. My research is evaluating the effectiveness of 3 non-traditional foreign language teaching methods: storytelling, tactile manipulatives, and color coding. The goal of this research is to identify foreign language teaching methods that enable visual and kinesthetic learners to be more successful in the foreign language classroom. When I came back from France and I had this aha moment that I wanted to be a French teacher in my French camp, it just seemed very natural to me after having all those experiences to expand upon that interest through research and make myself a better educator. I find the whole subject really fascinating, and I want to pursue this in my master's degree, and I want to have this be continually a part of my professional life as I go forward. All LSU students should definitely consider pursuing undergraduate research because it allows them to make relationships and connections with faculty and professors that they may not have been able to work with otherwise, and I think that's enormously helpful to be connected with the LSU community at large.
Well, congratulations to Erin. Job well done, French and teaching and all that. Now, last week, if you recall, we had a giveaway, a Cox Sports Television giveaway with a pulmonary baseball cap, a bat, some tickets, and we have a winner now.
We do have a winner, so
Yes.
we're ready to announce the winner tonight right here on Tiger Tracks.
That's my
Our
drum
winner
roll.
is
Yes?
LACEY STEIMEL from DeVille, Louisiana. Congratulations, LACEY. You are the first CST sweepstakes winner. LACEY will win an autographed pulmonary cap, tickets to the LSU Mississippi State Series, which takes place in a couple of weeks, and a CST prize pack. So congratulations, LACEY STEIMEL, DeVille, Louisiana. You are our winner.
LACEY, let us know, where is DeVille?
Yeah.
Never heard of DeVille, Louisiana, but congratulations, you are the winner. And thank you to CST for giving that away. So, big baseball series coming up against Vanderbilt, one of the number 2 ranked team in the country. We got softball. We got so many things going on. As always, down the stretch we come here, and it's Masters Week, too.
Oh, absolutely. And of
Can't
course, next week, Jordy, spring football game.
Oh, that's right.
Next Saturday, April 16th. So things always happen around campus.
All right. For Bill Franquez, I'm Jordy Helper. Thanks so much for watching. We'll come back next week, God willing. Until then, have a good one.